To become a real-life superhero, you first have to become a leader. To become a leader, you have to learn from the best in the world. Anna Godfrey is one of the world's foremost leadership experts, and she's here to walk you along the path to becoming a leadership superhero. Welcome to the Leader More Theory.
You're listening to the Leader More Theory. To be more, you must leader more. You are with the Network Marketing Girls. I'm Anna.
And I'm Shannon.
And we're excited that you're here with us. Today we're going to be talking about social media marketing. And, the first thing I think we want to talk about is how to paint the picture of what your message is. So Shannon, when you are marketing on social media, your blog or whatever, how do you choose what message you're going to put out there?
Well, with social media marketing, I think that, or social media in general, it's a little bit different, of course, than one-on-one. I need to paint a picture of myself, who I am, not just my company, because I'm not selling my company, or my opportunity. I'm selling myself in a way. So I think that sometimes you'll see a lot of people just keep, posting their opportunity and this and that. But for me, I try to give, my viewers an example of who I am, whether that be, I may post about my opportunity, but I'm also posting things inspirational, things that are healthy conscience, things that I can give back to my viewers and also represents a picture of me. So I'm building a relationship with my viewers and I'm building their trust. I think that's just a really great way to look at social media and have people engage and unite, I guess, in a way.
We're painting this picture of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I think that once people build that trust with you and they have a feel for who you are, then they're going to be more likely to dig into what you are up to.
Right.
Like, what your passions are.
When you're on social media, it's not like you can go shake someone's hand. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You have to get on a personal level somehow. And I think on social media, the only way to do it is you have to give them a sense of who you are, whether that be through pictures or things of interest. They have to be able to connect with you on some level because you don't have that one-to-one all the time. That will come later where you can start doing, hangouts or video chats or whatever.
Yeah. And it kind of works both ways. The cool thing about network marketing is you get to choose who you work with.
Mm-hmm.
So we're building a team of people that we have something in common with.
Right.
We have a similar vision as,
Mm-hmm.
we have the same goals. Maybe we have just things in common, whether we have small children or grown
Right.
children.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, if somebody is interested in my opportunity,
Mm-hmm.
one of the first things I do is I go look at their profiles.
Me too.
I see, I'm like, have they been to college?
Uh-huh.
What do they do on a daily basis? How often are they posting? If I can see their friend count, how many friends do they have?
Mm-hmm.
Are they positive or are they swearing every other word?
Right.
Do they tend to go to the dark side all the time? Or are they generally positive people? They know how to turn those frowns upside down. I think that social media can tell us a lot about somebody as well as us putting ourselves out there. And I know that when you're joining a network marketing company, yes, of course you want to believe in their product, of course.
Right.
But what most people don't realize they need to be doing is researching who they're signing up with.
Right.
And I think social media is a great way to do that.
And I think I want, before I forget about it, but social media, like you said, go check them out because social media, you don't know who you are dealing with. So you got to be cautious too. You know what I mean? Are these people genuinely someone that you can help and reach out to? Or is it just one of those other people? I don't know how to say it in the right.
Or are they crazy?
Yeah.
You don't
know.
I signed up my fair share of crazies.
Yeah.
And, and sometimes you can tell ahead of time. And, early on in my business, of course I signed some up because I didn't know any better. And I didn't think maybe I should research them first instead of getting so excited they want to join my business.
Exactly.
Because we have a choice on who we work with. They have a choice of who they work with. So everybody should take that choice and really decide who you want to be working with.
Right.
Who do you have something in common with? Shannon and I are both in companies that we're in momentum.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the pioneering stage of a company where, things change and you're always finding easier and better ways to do things.
Yeah.
And you're always finding a more simpler way to look at things.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're finding better ways to visually show what you have to offer.
Or pass forward the message, yeah.
Right. And I really think that it's a leader's job and responsibility in the beginning stages of a company like that to be loud about their online presence and be proud of what they're doing. Everybody in the world should know what they're doing.
I agree.
I'm not saying that you should post every post about your business.
No. Don't do that. We're actually telling you not to do that. You don't need 100 posts a day about your opportunity.
Yeah. You could be loud and proud about your business,
mm-hmm.
but probably 11 out of 12 posts should be non-business related. So maybe something motivational, like you said, or recipes, or something that shows your personality. Are you a fun person?
Right.
Do you like to read? Take a picture of yourself reading.
Exactly. And people love that, because the thing is people are going to get bored with the same post over and over and over again. You're not telling that viewer anything about you at all. So like I said, I tend to do like alternative health posts, and I tend to do inspirational posts. I share a lot of photos, and I think like people need to see that. They need to see, that's what's going to spark their interest. Because that's when you start finding your like-minded people, And another thing, since we're talking about social media, before I forget, because it happens, but, another thing is like when you're on social media, I think that sharing posts and things like that kind of like give credit when credit is due. And that's another way to actually unite with like-minded people as well. Like, for instance, if I'm sharing a post on some healthy recipe, of course I want to give credit to that person who posted the healthy recipe, I think that actually helps, gain following and other like-minded people to your page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're building trust among people, you're building a relationship. You're telling everybody who the cool people are to follow. Mm-hmm. You're respecting people's work, because sometimes, like, I know you create images because you're really good at the visual imagery. And your graphics, and
by the way.
Yeah, no problem. And it's very frustrating if somebody just takes your picture, like a photographer.
Mm-hmm.
You take this time, you get this great capture, and then people just wipe it, and they don't. And sometimes it gets shared so much, nobody knows who the original photographer was.
Right.
So it's just in respect for the person who made the image, just say, hey, thanks for taking this great photo because you're a great photographer. Right. But you can always put your message too, but thank the person.
Right, exactly. I think some people kind of forget about that. And I think that's all in social media too. And I think that especially for some people starting out, because we all had to start somewhere. I was never like a pro in social media when I started, right? It's just like anything else. Yet there's stepping stones to get there. Mm-hmm. But after a while, it's like, of course, there's times that like I share something and then in return, what happens? It works out so much better. If you're going to give credit to that person's going to come back and share your post and give credit to you. It's just kind of like a manner thing. And it's like, why don't you just add to it? If you're going to share a post, which I encourage everyone to do, because it's not all about you. And I think that's about anything, whether it be business or networking. That's what we're doing. It's not all about you. You have to give credit to everybody who's involved.
Because you do things like that, I think, what goes around comes around. Eventually, somebody is going to notice what you do and refer somebody to you.
Exactly. That's exactly the point. That post that you just did on that healthy recipe, that group or whatever might have 50,000 followers. And then they're going to notice that you shared. And then maybe some people out of that group is going to be like, oh, well, who is this Shannon who just shared this? They're going to come check you out. And if they like you and they're like-minded and they're like, oh, this might be a person that you're going to follow, then they're just going to give it and start sharing your stuff too. So it's kind of like a win-win situation.
It's a healthy form of social stalking.
There you go. I like that.
Yes.
A healthy form of social stalking.
Yep. You put something out there, and eventually through polite, sharing is caring stuff, it's going to do its job.
Yeah.
The social media is an amazing, theory of networking, because you never know where something's going to land.
Right.
And it could go viral and you not even realize it.
Mm-hmm.
And if people do it properly,
right.
it's going to work. The system is going to work.
Exactly. And it's
just like with anything.
Right. And like you said, it goes viral. You can reach so many. I mean, we have the whole world to reach out to.
Mm-hmm.
It's global. I mean, it's ridiculous how many people you can actually reach out to just by using the social media correctly.
Yeah.
And that's
you can even reach people not on social media, because, you never know who's going to see your post or whatever you have to offer.
Yeah.
It may trigger something that, my aunt needs this. She's not on Facebook, but you know what? I can get this website for her.
Yeah.
And share it with her. So you never know who you're going to impact and when you're going to see the return of it. So, share, give credit where credit's due.
Build trust.
Yes, absolutely. Build trust.
Mm-hmm.
Show your personality. Put yourself out there. I share a lot of pictures with my girls.
Me too.
And like my family and things that we do, and things like that people can relate to.
Right.
When a network marketing business, people, they succeed when they relate to somebody or when they have a connection with a story.
Right.
And social media is just another way to tell your story.
Yeah.
I know that I have a lot of moms with young kids on my team because
you can hear mine. They're probably in the background.
Yeah, mine's watching Silent SpongeBob right now.
Nice.
It's on mute. So if you guys hear children in our background, that's just how we roll.
Yep.
That's part of our story. That's part of our life. And, and those are the things that people relate to.
Yeah.
Moms that can relate to us because we're moms running multi-million-dollar home-based businesses.
Mm-hmm.
They will be able to relate to us because, if we can do it, they can do it. And we've been there.
Exactly.
Yep, we've been there. We've done that. We've gone through the things that they're going to be going through so we can coach them through it.
Right.
And, it's going to be a good match, so put something out there that somebody can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't join a business because of the product. Yeah, my product's awesome.
Yep.
Shanna's product's awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
But they're not going to join because of that. They're going to join because of you and because of your personality.
Yeah.
Can they connect with you? Do they feel comfortable with you? Do they feel like you're going to give them the support that they need?
Right.
Are you available to them?
Exactly. That's another thing too. Are you going to be there to help that person? And I think, that's so important. And I think, I'm a person that I can read between the lines. I mean, everything is not black and white to me. I mean, like you said, you can go to a page and I can tell whether that person is, what their thing is, what their goal is. If I see posts about their opportunity 100 times, but nothing else, it's like, well, what are they doing with their time? What are they doing? What are their other interests? I mean, for me, when I go to a page and then I see people who are sharing other things, who are congratulating their team or, other things that go into the whole picture, that all builds trust. And you need to have that. And people want to know that, if you just, I don't know how to exactly say it, but yes, people need to know who you are to trust you because they need to respect you and they need to guarantee, not a guarantee, but they need to have some kind of support from you and they expect that.
Yeah. I think, no, it's okay. I think that, people are going to watch you and follow you even silently. You may not even know that they're watching and following you because they want to see if it's working for you. They want to see if you're sticking with it and they want to see your lifestyle changes. Are you really paying off your debt? Are you really paying for that car in cash because you had a good month? Are you really changing your legacy? Are you changing the way you guys are living? Before you couldn't have ballet lessons, but now both of your kids are in ballet. Right. Those type of lifestyle changes, and people are going to watch that.
Right.
A lot of times with a business like network marketing, people are scared to do it because they're like, what if I fail?
Yeah.
What what if it doesn't work for me?
Right.
You know, and you have to show them that an everyday person can do it, and the everyday person are making substantial changes in their life.
Right.
You know, and everybody joins for a different reason
That
too.
is real, like you said. Yep.
Yep. Join for grocery money, or they join to retire their husband, or they join because they have a vacation, whatever it is.
And that's the great thing too about, you know, what we do. You can actually make as much or as little as you want. It all depends on what you want out of it. That's the great thing. If you want to just make, you know, $500 a month, good, great. You can do that, but you can also make millions if you work hard too. And it's all up to you. And I think that's awesome.
I think network marketing is great for those people who have those jobs and they work and they always overproduce at their jobs, but they still get paid the same.
Right.
You know, I know that like when my previous job from years ago, I would come in on my days off and I would still make the same amount of money.
Right.
And, you know, and they overuse the overworkers. But with the network marketing business, you can overwork all you want and your paycheck is going to reflect that.
Right.
You know, because this is a long-term
I
residual business.
was just going to say residual. So,
yep. And you get paid on that one thing over and over again. And so it's perfect for those overworkers because you get compensated for the work that you put in.
Right.
And it's a longer term thing. It's not just the right now money.
Right.
You know, and all of that stuff you can portray on social media, and you can be very creative about it. You know, you know who's really good at visual marketing? Starbucks.
Yeah.
They are genius. You know, they have their brand everywhere in all kinds of pictures.
Right.
All over social media.
Yeah.
And I even saw this creative photographer. He took a picture of one of those like glass Starbucks Frappuccino things with a flower sticking out of it, but he put it on the windshield of this dilapidated like shack.
Yeah.
And it was seriously the most beautiful picture ever. It was like the new meets the old, or the new meets the die. And it was really creative.
Yeah.
And the thing that stuck out was it was a Starbucks Frappuccino thing.
See?
And
look at that. Remember.
Creative. Yes, you remember. It's creative. It's not in your face. It's not salesy. It's subtle.
Yeah.
It's like drip marketing.
Exactly. And that's another, visuals are the key to social media. I mean, it really, really is. And when you use visuals, they have to be clear. They have to be crisp. I mean, in my opinion, and they have to be eye-catching. Just because your opportunity may be, you know, something, I don't know, let's say anti-aging, you can do something with people. It doesn't need to be the product. You know, get some kind of visual, change it up, make it exciting. No one wants to see another product all the time. I mean, you've got to intrigue your viewers. Like, what is that? That's a nice image. And then, you know, your text can go with it.
Is it fun? Is it interesting? Because, you know, I took this like booking class on how to book parties once. And they said the people don't do a party for the free stuff or the product. They do it for the experience, how you make them feel. Are they having fun? I'm sorry, Emma's in the background. You know, and they do it for the experience, not for the product.
Right.
And so, you know, people are going to want to do what you do if you're having fun doing it. If you're, again, I've probably said this before, but if you're not having fun doing it, then why are you doing it?
Exactly.
You know, if you don't have fun doing social media, find another way. You don't have to do social media.
Right.
Yes, it's helpful for people who are following you in prospecting, and because sometimes it takes 6 to 12 months to sign somebody up. If they're, you know, you never know when the right time is for them.
Exactly.
You know, so if you don't like it, don't do it.
Right. I agree.
You know, and
you have to go with what works with you, you know?
Oh, and also there's so many social media platforms. It's better to choose one and be really good at it than be less than mediocre on 3 or 4 different platforms.
Yep. I agree.
Just be consistent. Just be consistent, and you're gonna find your whole group, a group of different followers on different social media. So just be consistent and be good with the one if that's what you can do.
Right. And I would always say start with one, add another, then, and even as because I'm on all social media, but I really use 2 the most. I'm there every day consistently. But it's because I'm good at those. You know what I mean? So even though I know all the other ones are available, and yes, I use them probably not as consistently as I should, but that's what it is. When you're good at it, you're going to see the results. You know what I mean? So stick with what you're good at and then move on.
And learn to make it work for you. Yeah. You don't have to do it all, and learn to make it work for you.
Yeah.
So, the thing with social media is you have to be consistent. You have to keep doing it. It's drip marketing at its best. Right. And with drip marketing, it takes you 6 to 12 exposures to even get somebody to commit to talking to you.
Yep.
And if they're talking to you, they're obviously interested. It's your job not to blow it.
Yep. Ooh, that was good.
Thank you. I got that from Big Al. Big Al Thompson. And he's so right though. Yeah. If they're talking to you or they're messaging you on Facebook or they're, liking or commenting on your stuff, they're obviously interested. It's your job not to talk so much that you blow it.
Right.
Less is more.
Less is more. That is true.
And like with your images, subtle is better. Yeah. Than in your face, salesy marketing. Yeah. Nobody likes that. I don't like to be sold to. It drives me nuts when I get attacked when I walk into the furniture store.
Me too. There's nothing worse than going in and like, hey, can I help you? And then you have like 10 other people. I'm like, I've already been helped. Thanks.
That is the number one way to get people to stop following you. Is if you're in their face all the time and being pushy. Yeah. Be a soft closer. It's a soft sell. Build a relationship. Tell the story. Yeah.
Be honest, be true, be you.
Yes, absolutely. I completely agree. Our best 2 social medias that we're on is Facebook and Google+. Yep. So you can find us both there. And we're pretty consistent. We're there every single day. We post at least once a day. We're there. You can find out about us. Social media is definitely the ultimate way to stalk somebody. So if you want to find out what we're about, start clicking on our links, start reading our bios, start, searching through all of our social medias. Yeah. If that's, use us as your practice. Right. Find out about us. And see what we're about.
Right. And we love social media. Half of social media is connecting with people. We love people. So we would love to connect with all of you. And that's what it's about. So meeting new people and branching out and, making new relationships.
Yeah. I think I want to end with social listening. Listen to what your followers are saying. Because if you're posting about what they're going through, they're going to more likely be able to relate to it and connect with you better. Right. And if you're just posting about whatever you want and nobody wants anything to do with it, people are not going to connect with it, and they're not going to share it. They're not going to like it. It's not going to stick with them.
Right. I agree. It's so important to listen to your viewers. Half my posts are for my viewers. They are, part of me. I know, like, when I post something, I'm like, oh, I know so-and-so is going to like this one. I'm always thinking about someone else, too, when I'm posting with my for my viewers. They're just as important to me, they have made me who I am.
Like with anything, it's about everyone else and less about us.
Yep, exactly. We do what we do for you.
Absolutely. I like that. Well, let's end with that. We do what we do for you. Thank you so much for listening to the Leader More Theory. Practice your social stalking with Shannon and I on Google Plus and Facebook, and we are excited to be with you next week. So, bye.
Bye. Thanks, guys.
Do you feel like a true leadership superhero now? That's great, but there's still more to do. Head over to annagodfrey.com/free book and download Superhero Leadership, the super book for the leadership mindset right now. It's absolutely free and it'll change your life. We'll see you next time on the Leader More Theory.